Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you all doing this evening?
Very well.
Now, bear with me just a second. I'd like to ask everyone who's awake and able to raise your hand, please. Now, I didn't say put it down. Now, if everyone's expecting to be here for a Toastmasters evening, put it down. Everyone who expects to be here for a Toastmasters evening, put it down. Anybody else? No. Okay, so we're all here for the same thing. We're all here expecting a Toastmasters evening. We're all here for the same. Or are we all here for the same thing? Now, if you could, now some of you, this is going to be casting it back a bit far. For our guests, it may not be too bad. But cast your mind back to when you first thought about coming to Toastmasters. What was it that drew you here? What was it that made you want to come in the first place? As an example, Jeanette, what was it that drew you the first time? What encouraged you just to walk through the door?
Oh, I met one or two people at the Institute of Business Consulting, and I enjoyed their company, and I just really enjoyed the company when I first got here. But so I love public speaking anyway.
So it was a social thing?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. Evangelist, what drew you in the first time?
So I can feel more comfortable in speaking in front of people, because English is the second language. By being here, I'm more comfortable.
So,
speaking.
Would you say practice your speaking and build your self-confidence?
Yeah, confidence.
I must say, for me, and don't worry, I'm not going to call on anybody else yet. For me, it was building my own self-confidence. I was on a personal development journey, and well, to be quite honest with you, quite obviously as well, I need to learn how to speak better. Now, why is it that coming here, we expected to learn how to do these things? What is it that drew us to Toastmasters to learn how to gain self-confidence, to learn how to speak better, to improve our speaking skills? Why did we think we could do that here? Notes in disarray. Now, when you first got here, I'm sure it was quite a momentous occasion.
People can't see it.
But when you first got here, did you expect to sit down and be lectured to? Is that what you anticipated? When you came in, did you just think that I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to get so much better, I'm going to learn how to speak, and I'm just going to sit here and it's going to be wonderful? This is how you felt? This is what you thought was going to happen?
Yeah.
You did? You thought you were just going to sit there?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Now, I must admit, I didn't have any idea what to expect. But then I never know what to expect anyway. I go around the corner and it might be a cloud, I don't know. But I think most people, I think if they're realistic about it, they expect to have a bit of a trial by fire. They expect to have someone to get up, kick them up the backside and say, get up there and talk. Because if you're not doing that, then you're not pushing the envelope, you're not breaking out of your comfort zone, and you're certainly not going to have any opportunity to practice, and you're not going to build your self-confidence. The only way to do that is to get up there. Now, sorry.
I hate me then.
Okay, now, can I basically get a basic agreement here, though? Who would say, or who would agree with me, that you probably learn more by actually doing something than you do just by sitting there? Anybody? Good, okay. General consensus here, I think, goes with it. Now, to help facilitate that, to help facilitate the learning process, we have, within Toastmasters, the evaluator. Now, it's the role of the evaluator to provide immediate feedback. Now, this immediate feedback gives a timely aid or assistance to the learning process. If it was something that was delivered a week later, you wouldn't have the memory of the speech, the presentation you just gave, to say, oh yeah, maybe they're right, I should have done that slightly differently. Another aid is, well, the actual suggestion of self-improvement. What areas do you need to work on? The next, and I personally think this is one of the most momentous things that an evaluator can do, is to offer encouragement and build self-esteem. The third thing is to actually help educate the audience themselves. What could that person have done better? Maybe cause the audience to realize that, the audience that were so captivated and enraptured by what the person was speaking about, they didn't quite realize that maybe they should have just done this a little bit better, or gone that, or not fidgeted in their pockets so much. Now, one might say, what's in this for me? Why should I be an evaluator? Well, if you've ever wanted to be a coach, encourage someone, motivate, or be a mentor, well, right here's where you need to start. Being an evaluator is like a mini course in mentoring. You're up here, you're a mini mentor. Mini mentor. And it's not hard. This is the place where you want to start, and it's a very easy thing to do because when you're evaluating someone, the book gives you a guideline to go with. It tells you what you need to work on, and it's very easy. All you really need to do, it's like the washing machines. All you need to do is add your own personality and your own personal observations. Now, how do we effectively evaluate within Toastmasters? There are 5 basic points to consider. When delivering, 5 basic points to consider when we deliver the message. One is, the evaluator has to show interest in the person and what they did. They need to consider the speaking objectives. Go through the books and actually talk to the person and find out what was it that did they have any specific points that they wanted to cover. We also need to mind your language. When you're actually talking to people, don't refer to them as, you should have done this, you should have done that. It's more like, I felt this. I think they should have done this.